We have 3 other authors that wasn't able to be on, and I understand why. But Sasha, if you are ready, because I gave you a moment, because I felt your spirit. If you are ready, we're ready to hear your story.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. My name is Sasha, and my story is called The Ungodly Soul Tie. The reason why I called it The Ungodly Soul Tie is because I went to college thinking that I was going to have the time of my life and receive my education. And my life went a different direction. I met someone who, I became friends with, and he showed me in the beginning who, like, one face, the nice him, the gentleman him, the loving him. And, growing up, I didn't have my dad in my life. And so I didn't really know how a man was supposed to treat a woman. I didn't really have any knowledge of that. Like, my mom raised me. She was a single parent, and she didn't really put a lot of men in my face. Like, my mom was very overprotective of me, and it was a lot that she didn't let me see and be introduced to. So because of her protection, it was a lot that I didn't understand. It was a lot that I didn't know. So me being in college and meeting this person, and this person is showing so much interest in me and wanting me in the beginning. And, this person was really good at reeling you in and making you believe things, And I had no clue until the very end that I was dealing with a narcissist. This person pulled me in, making me believe that this, like, oh, I've been wanting you. I want to love you. I want to, giving you all these promises, feeding you all these things, making you feel beautiful. And my whole life, I've dealt with insecurities. I have been overweight, never felt like I was beautiful enough. And for me to meet a person who showed that interest in me, I'm sorry. To show that interest in me and to do me the way he did. I remember having a dream one night while I was in college. I was in a tunnel with a whole bunch of women. And we were running, and a person stopped me in the dream. And when I turned around and I saw this person did not have any eyes. And, to be in a dream like that and to see someone who doesn't have eyes, you would think you would be so startled, but I was so calm, as if I can trust what this person is saying to me, as if I know this person. And this person tells me, you're going to start seeing and hearing things that you ain't never seen before or never heard before. I didn't understand that, but I remember running out of the tunnel, and it was a whole bunch of women. And I remember waking up that next day and just continuing, just going on and going on. And I'm with this person, and this person is starting to change on me. I'm starting to hear rumors like, Sasha, he's not who he says he is, Sasha. Sasha, he's lying to you. And then me just being in denial because he wanted me, right? He wanted to be with me, right? He wanted to love me, right? And as time went on and I'm with this person, I remember being in my dorm room and I'm sleeping. And then I thought I was awake because I'm still in my dorm room, but I'm really in a dream. what so seems like a dream. I'm laying down and I glance across the room and I see something with horns and feet with long nails. And this is obviously a demon sitting on the other bed in my dorm room. And I'm looking at it and I see it and it's swinging its feet. And then it gets up and it runs towards me and it scratches me. I immediately wake up out of my sleep and I see that it's nothing there. And I wasn't even laying in the same position that I was when the demon scratched me. And I remember turning on the light and feeling my back, and I feel a real burning sensation. A real burning sensation. And I'm like, well, what is this? I don't understand. Like, and then I'm like, okay, it's a dream. And I just rub the spot and I lay down and I wake up. After that moment, my whole life began to flip. I became addicted to pills. I would be in my dorm room taking pills. I was on drugs. I remember calling my mom in my dorm room and I was like, I just want to die. I just want to die. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to live anymore. Because not only have I made a soul tie with this person and the enemy had an attack on his life, now he has an attack on my life. And as I'm going through this guy with severe anger issues, he's throwing me against walls, or we're walking down the street and he's taking my head and he's throwing me forward and doing all this stuff and being very abusive. On top of that, he's being mentally abusive. All the things I was going through, he would say, well, it's your fault because you're this and you're that. And, you know, and then he's messing with other people and he's supposed to be loving me. That was a lot to go through for a little girl who I came from a home where I was protected. And now I'm in a world where I'm by myself and I'm being attacked. I don't know how to handle this. And this is very hard for me to voice myself.
Sasha, take your time and allow God to use you. You're doing great. That's part of the healing process. You are here for a reason. Take your time. Nobody's rushing you. This is part of the healing.
It was a very hard time in my life because I had never been abused. My mom didn't even give me whoopings growing up. Whatever she had to say, it was by word of mouth. So being abused, it was very hard for me. And then on top of that, now I'm being spiritually attacked. Now I remember Prophetess Mary, she was one of our dorm mothers in the dorm. I remember her pulling me to the side. And she was like, do you want to go to church with me? And I said, yes, ma'am, I'll go to church with you. And I'm riding in the back of her car. And I knew she was a prophet. So I just asked her some questions like, how did you develop your gift? Or how did you know you were gifted? And she began talking to me and she said, Sasha, do you dream? I said, yes, ma'am, I dream all the time. I've been dreaming every night. And she was like, Sasha, you're gifted. You have a gift. And I didn't understand what she was saying. I didn't understand all of that. But I remember her inviting me after church. A couple of days later, we sat in the middle of the dormitory in one of the little classrooms. And she was like, I explained to her the dream about the man with no eyes. And she said, Sasha, that was the Lord. He was telling you about what was finna happen in your life. And I say that because from the dream of God coming to me and telling me about my gift and warning me about what is going to happen versus a dream with the demon scratching me, it showed me that even though the enemy had a plan to destroy me and to take my life, God had another plan to elevate me and to strengthen me and to get me where I need to be and position me where I need to be in life, because he had also a plan on my life, and that was for me to fulfill my destiny and to help people and to be there for people who go through the same thing as me. Because as women, we get in relationships because we have insecurities or we're codependent, and we just have all this hurt, and we try to depend on a man to be the one to relieve it or to save us. And God says, no, I am the savior. I'm the one who's going to save you. Come to me and I will be the one to relieve you of your pain. You do not need a man. You do not need a human flesh. You don't have to depend on that. If you want to depend on somebody, depend on me, because I am God. And I had to realize that going through the relationship and being abused, and not on top of being abused, being bullied, and going through that spiritual warfare where the enemy tried to take me, where I tried to take my own life, where I tried to overdose on pills, or I tried to just leave here because I didn't want to keep going through this pain. And God said that the enemy would not win. He would not win. And I just want to say to everybody that no matter what you're going through in life, no matter if the enemy tries to attack you and tries to put you down, God will always be right there holding your hand and getting you through, because the battle is not yours. The battle is the Lord's. Thank you.
Jesus. I just want to say to Sasha, I am very proud of you. Me meaning you, I actually saw your gifts and who you are. And I appreciate every last one of the authors that have joined with me to break generational curses of the enemy, to stand up and share your story. I don't see that there is anybody else as far as the authors that are on. If I am missing anyone and you are on, please let me know. And you will have the opportunity to share your title and your story. I have basically done what I have been obedient. I have been obedient to my Father, who is number one in my life. A lot of people will say like, oh, you're playing with God, but I don't play with him.
Right.
I allow him to use me. He has brought me through so many things, and I am so grateful that I don't have time to play with him. I love him. Jessica said, he is my groom. I focus on him. I don't focus on anybody else. He's helping me to be that woman that I need to be in him. So if he does have someone for me, I will know, and it won't be by force. At this time, I am going to turn it over to, I say my coach, Mr. Sugar Ray Destin Sr.
Junior.
I see Junior in the future, speaking in the gotcha, coach.
I just got engaged last 2 weeks ago, so yeah, possibly. Listen, for those of y'all that are on, thank y'all for supporting these ladies and gentlemen. There is so much more to come from this. Documentaries, I can see plays coming out of this. I can see so many more things. I'm not. I'll say that's one of my gifts is seeing what most people don't see when it comes down to books and the opportunities that are there. But for each of you that showed up tomorrow, the ladies and gentlemen who were on here will be with me tomorrow on Book Talk Live. There'll be a link and they'll be able to share that with you all.